morning, everybody. It's Christmas Day. And of course, I'm here. Limmy's here. Ed's sleeping. The cat's sleeping. And, last night we had some movies on Discord. I heard some people complain because they wanted a live show last night. Well, we have a live show tonight. Yeah, so we had a live show. Plans for tonight, but I don't know what we're gonna do. Because I'm sure everybody's gonna be celebrating with their family and friends. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people here. You really wonder about that. If we have a live show tonight, is how many people would even be here? I don't have a clue. Maybe you don't either, but I know that the Christmas days usually pretty for some people it's a pretty quiet day. I'm one of those people. Don't have a lot going on Christmas Day. Not too many people come on the show on Christmas Day. A few years I've had shows on Christmas Day. I am not disappointed to find out when the show is pretty much an empty room full of ghosts of Christmas past. We had some movies yesterday on the Discord. They had some various levels of approval. Some of the hardcore audience were like, well, gee, they're not bloody enough. They're not nasty enough. We watched Christmas Twister. It was maybe not so much bloody, but nasty, yeah. I mean, wasn't too much of a Christmas movie. How you doing, Leo? So today, we're going to finish with 3 more movies after the show. But I'm going to try to take a nap at the same time. Don't understand how we're going to manage that one. I have no clue. Maybe what we'll do is start the film. Hit the mattress. When I wake up, if it's not 7 o'clock, maybe say like 5 o'clock, I'll start the second film or whatever, and then come back and try to start the third film. Let me get the panel set up for Leo so she can at least talk to me. Let's see. See if we can get Leo on today. Noodles, we don't need to have your inflated ego here today. No, we don't need that. Good for you, but honestly, put the ego to bed, okay? I don't need that ego. Okay, Leo's coming on now. Let's get her on here. Let's get her on the screen. Good morning.
Morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Merry Christmas, Noodle.
Too bad you missed the movies we were showing yesterday on the Discord.
Oh, what'd you show?
I showed Christmas Twister, Christmas Cookies, and Santa Baby 2, Christmas Maybe, and what was one more? Oh, yes. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Those all sound really good.
Last one was a very early movie from the 60s. Yeah. Today we're going to be watching a variation of Snow Queen's Revenge, and I think one more. I forgot what it was. I would show the long Hallmark Entertainment version of Snow Queen. The problem is that thing is 3 hours long. I don't think you want to sit through that.
Mm-hmm. Merry Christmas, Oral.
Yeah.
Noodles, did you go gambling? How did he won money? I'm just curious how he won it.
He won it supposedly in the lottery, from the New Jersey lottery or something.
Oh, you won the lottery? Congrats.
Yeah. Hi, Oral. How you doing? Merry Christmas to you. No, he's asleep right now. I don't expect him to be on the night show either. Ed kind of fondled my ears last night without meaning to.
Did you get excited?
I thought it was a little surprising, actually.
Merry Christmas to you.
At first, I thought he was trying to rip him off. Yeah. So today we have a variation of freezing rain and rain. Yesterday we got snow. And today Cumberland Farms is giving away free coffee. But honestly, I don't know how I would cross the street to get there, because it's... Unless I grab the fancy walker with the brakes and things that everybody wanted me to grab. That thing is a pain to move. It's a big clunky thing. Right now, Ed's using my other walker to support his train board. So I'm thinking about going down to Lowe's with Krista on Tuesday and picking up a couple 30-inch pieces of 2x4s and then just basically shove them under his layout to keep it supported so I can take my walker back. Because the other walker is good for everyday work because it's small and it folds flat. The other one does not fold flat as easily because of the way it's designed.
So you're saying you're getting icy rain? Or just rain?
Freezing rain.
Oh, freezing rain.
Yeah, not exactly my friend. Right now it's rain.
Noodles paid the weather to not snow. Thank you, Noodles.
Sunday's gonna be no rain. Monday's gonna be no rain, but cloudy, but it's gonna be warmer.
It's in the 40s here. No rain, but it's very foggy.
Yeah, it's about the same here.
Oh, it's supposed to rain though, so.
Next Sunday, it's gonna be 40% chance of snow. So, somebody suggested I should go through the headlines in the morning. Well, I don't want to spoil the spirit of Christmas. Maybe I can find some happy ones from Fox News here. Let's go through this real quick. Republican Elise Stefanik receives early Christmas gifts as Dem rival makes a huge gaffe. These are the best Christmas movies of all time. Yeah. Judge slaps down New York Times, hands conservative. Project Veritas, huge win. Girlfriend can comment to her boyfriend just before death lands her in hot water. High school shooter out of bond arrested again. Surfer off the coast of California makes a horrifying discovery. Carnival cruise ship denied entry to 2 ports after small number of onboard test positive for COVID. It's a Wonderful Life story. Carolyn Grimes reveals why she left Hollywood and became my past slave. John Bonnet Ramsey, 6, found dead 25 years ago. Tragic murder case remains unsolved. 2021 review, biggest Supreme Court cases of 2021. Lacey Peterson disappeared 19 years ago. The tragic case that sent family and public on crusade for justice. Opinion, the other gift Jesus gives us at Christmas. 2 dead in submerged car as California storm worries spread. Pope Francis celebrates Christmas Eve Mass as virus surges in Italy. On Christmas Day, God gave us the greatest gift the world has ever received. Maple almond butter, gingerbread cookies. Okay, that's for Christmas dessert. Christmas 2021, where in the United States is having a white Christmas. Cardinal Dolan, we all need a little Christmas. Ain't that truth? Does turkeys really make you sleepy? Yeah. Well, actually, Mythbusters kind of proved that it kind of does, but it's actually sheer size of the meal that does it. DA ripped after suburban shopping mall sees Christmas week gunfire. Unwrap new gadgets, 10 new ways to lock them down. Can you solve these tricky Christmas brain teasers? Alright. VP Harris talks about her biggest failure since taking office. Mom modifies daughter's elf on the shelf doll with functional wheelchair. Elf on the shelf with a functional wheelchair, huh? Oh, interesting. That's neat. She built a little miniature wheelchair for Elf on the Shelf doll, and it looks like the real deal too. Opinion, baby Jesus is a Christmas gift, a reminder of a responsibility to serve and protect God. See White Biden's reaction to Dad saying, "Let's go, Brandon," is getting attention. All right, let's talk about that. Let's go, Brandon. What exactly does that really mean? From what I understand, what the original people were ranting at NASCAR, it was F Biden. I mean, I don't really know how Let's Go Brandon became F Biden or F Biden became Let's Go Biden. Brandon. What do you think?
What was the question again? I'm sorry, I was making some coffee.
How did Let's Go when in NASCAR people were actually saying F Biden and somehow it got misunderstood as Let's Go Brandon, which was one of the drivers in the race. And I still don't see why that really triggers the Democrats so much.
I'd like to know how they got it confused.
I think they got it confused. Maybe the way it was better. At least you can write "Let's Go Brandon" and not get the censors going after you so much.
Yeah, it's true.
You use that word F Biden, and all of a sudden you're gonna have everybody saying you're using nasty language. Yeah. Anyway, so we didn't. So this morning I got up a little late. I slept in a little longer than I should, so I didn't have time to eat breakfast. But like I said, I bought some more wine for Christmas tonight and also for New Year's.
Merry Christmas, Ryan Allen.
Yeah.
Did you and Ed? I know you did Christmas. Sorry, guys, for making noise. I know you guys did Christmas movies yesterday. Did you guys have a dinner or anything, or are you gonna do something today?
Yeah, we had chicken for dinner last night. As far as today, probably have more chicken. And
There's nothing wrong with chicken.
Yeah, I got a small roaster chicken, so we'll probably just eat more chicken today. And then I didn't eat a lot of chicken last night because I hate cutting meat. I really do. I hate cutting it. I'm terrible cutting meat. You know.
Oh well, chicken is. I roasted a chicken yesterday too.
Yeah. How much you pay for your chicken? Because we paid about $20 for ours.
Wow. I paid about $6-7 for mine.
We paid $20.
Jesus, that's a lot.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was the last chicken in the store too. Merry Christmas, Joanne Allen. How you doing?
Oh no, noodles.
Yeah.
That's not very nice of him.
Michelle Botter is probably a producer shifts that say kill Noodles and kill David Boldo only in pink. So I don't know why Botter would want to spend that much money to do that. I don't think that's going to be a big seller on their store. But anyway, so we got 3 movies we planned for today. Like I said, at least 2 of them anyway. I was going to put the original 2002 Snow Queen on, but the problem is that's 3 hours long. And honestly, I don't think most people want to sit through a 3-hour long movie.
What was Christmas Twister about? Was that about a tornado?
Tornadoes affecting the state of Texas right during Christmas.
Oh, wow. Why would you? I would have thought you would have watched like happy movies.
It certainly was not a happy movie.
No, it wasn't.
But the Scorpios in the audience enjoyed it. I was like complaining all night. That's why basically I left the microphone off. This is not realistic. Well, it was kind of realistic in the end, but I mean, it was like not much of a Christmas story to tell. I like Christmas cupcakes and I like Santa Baby. Those 2 were good. whoever recorded for the Tubi the Santa Claus conquered the Martians, they did two things that kind of pissed me off. Number one, there was no closed captions on it. Number two, the sound was way too hot and too distorted. It's almost like the person that mastered the source that they used for Tubi was like not aware that the volume level was too hot. So it was like, what was it, like a third generation copy or something? That was awful.
Well, Noodles, since you have all this newfound wealth, did you buy your puppies special stuff for Christmas?
Oh, that's a movie I had planned to watch, Christmas Miracle, sometime. I'll try to get some more movies in tomorrow, too. I've been tired lately. Not sure why.
You sound tired. You sound very tired. I hope you're not coming down with it. I'm actually sick. Got some type of chest thing going on.
No, I don't have any kind of cold or anything. It's just that, a lot of things have to be done around here, and right now Ed's using one of my walkers as a porter's train board, and it's like, I said to Chris, I said, you know what, we need a couple 2x4s that are 30 inches long to put on his legs, on his table, so I can liberate my older walker, because the older walker is nicer because it folds flat. The new walkers that stand by is nice too. It just doesn't fold as flat. It's kind of hard to carry it down along with everything else you're carrying as well. So, because I don't have my walker right now, I really can't easily get, unless I grab the other one out of the storage bin, I'm not going to be able to go to Cumberland Farms get the free coffees that they're having today.
Well, Michelle, tell Ed to take his stupid train stuff down.
Well, I give him 3 pieces of 2x4s that are 30 inches long. He can shove them under his legs of his train board. I see part of his logic, but I also think he needs to look and see part of my feeling about it, which is, you want to support your train board, but you took my walker and put it underneath because it was the only thing that fit to make it up 30 inches. Not cool. I was like,
no, not. Especially since you need it. I would just take it down. Screw his trains.
Yeah, well, I would just give him a couple 2x4s, screw him down there where the legs are, and then he can slide the walker out, and then I can put it back to use for myself. Krista and I are going to be hanging out on Tuesday at the laundromat as I wash laundry.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Noodles, I don't think so. It would be kind of hard. It would be kind of hard to get COVID if you never leave the house.
How are you feeling, Noodles? I know you were having a bout of the COVID. My friend of mine, got it as well.
How are you feeling now? Better?
Yeah, I mean, they're not that bad. They're just tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just tired too. Cough of woods the great wow. Well, it could be this time of year too. At least it's not the flu. That would suck Whoever got the flu and had to do the same show, they have the flu. When you get a headache and you're having a hard time breathing and coughing and wheezing, and then you're just like, ugh. And you feel bad, and you got to do show, and then you got to deal with all the pomp and circumstance what comes with it. I think that would basically be the day I probably throw my fist to the monitor.
No, maybe don't stream then.
I've been like this before. It's not the first time. It's just I'm so sick and tired of hearing about COVID this, COVID that. You know, I mean, I know it's sad and I know it's serious, but really, it's really getting blown out of proportion ever more now than before.
I haven't really heard anything about it. Did you see? I was in Walgreens yesterday. They actually have COVID home testing now.
Yeah, I know. I probably got them at CVS too. How much do those kits cost?
Oh, I think they're around $20.
Oh.
But they limited them. They said, people could only take 2 at a time or something.
Yeah.
I don't trust them.
Well, they're not necessarily always guaranteed to be accurate.
No.
Do they have a flu testing kit too?
I've never seen a flu one.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, I know you can get it at the doctor's, but I've never seen an at-home one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just so last time we had some movies on, and most part, not too many people came and watched. Stoner with Bloner watched some of it with me. He watched Christmas Twister. I guess he had interest in him. Just Miss Jamie watched Christmas Cupcakes in part with me. Sometimes when I'm doing movies like that, or when I do Silvermoon Radio, sometimes I feel like I'm broadcasting to nobody. You know, it's kind of sad to feel like that, you know.
No, I would have joined Michelle, but I was busy with my kid yesterday.
Yeah, that's understandable. It was Christmas Eve yesterday.
I gave her, because I've been working a lot, I bought her a laptop for Christmas, and she was so excited.
What kind of laptop?
Just an Asus. And actually, I think it's more of a Chromebook.
Okay.
But she's been wanting one, and so I was able to get it for her.
Well, the good news is I got the $155.21 from that I made in November, but the money for December I didn't get paid yet. I'll probably get paid that on January 21st. So, probably going to end up basically just save the money until see what happens in February. See if we can finally get the other things done that we wanted to get for the video card for $305. But if you ask me, I think it's scary how expensive video cards have become. It's ridiculous. We're talking about cards from 2014 now. With a Mac EFI ROM. I can't believe that these aftermarket cards that someone's flashed with ROM. I cannot believe how much they're charging for 2014 video cards. That's just that's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that stuff.
Well, it's just like if you look in the store how expensive groceries have gotten too. Same thing. Food in the store is getting expensive too. I couldn't even find all my lids for my cups because unfortunately Ed said, "Oh, I think most of the old lids away." I said, "Why?" Well, because they're all kind of dirty. I said, "Well, let me wash the damn lids." Okay. I don't ask you to throw my stuff out. And then he makes a total mess of my pantry, putting silverware everywhere. I said, "Why don't you let me put the silverware where I want it?" And it's like,
you guys do fight like a married couple.
Yeah, I mean, like I told him, I said, just leave the dishes in the sink. I'll get to them in the morning before I start my show. And he's like, yeah, these bugs. That's fine. The bugs are there anyway. They're not gonna go away just because you washed the dishes last night or this morning. They're water bugs. They're. Try to keep them in bay with boric acid, which works. But the thing is that it really bugs me when I tell him a certain thing I want done a certain way, and he's like, deliberately does everything opposite of what I want. Then I have to keep going back in the pantry and resorting everything. And then he goes out there and makes his way around the pantry, unsorts everything. He put dirty dishes in the pantry. I said, "What are you putting dirty dishes in the pantry for?" I didn't think I forgot to clean them. I said, "Ed, leave them in the sink. I'll get to them in the morning." God. The meat fork was disgusting. What are you doing this for? This isn't even clean. I just, I mean, come on, Ed. And then, of course, last night he wanted to make one of the cake mixes. Right, this is last night now. Apple caramel cake mix. Right, so I made it into 8-inch pans. I didn't have or 9-inch pans. I didn't have any 8-inch ones, so it was a little bit thin for the sponge. It was only like 3/4 of an inch thick, but that was fine, And then I had to let it cool, so I put it in the refrigerator to cool overnight. And then I said, "Well, now today we're gonna frost it." He said, "I'm terrible at frosting. You frost it." So I frosted it. Did a good job on it too. First, he takes out the ready-made frosting, which is pre-made from the factory, and in the refrigerator, of course, it was like as frozen as concrete. And I said to him, "You can't frost like this. You got to put this in the microwave and soften up a little bit because it's too hard. Put it in for 15 seconds." So I put it in for 15 seconds and made it more workable. Frosted the cake with a strawberry flavor with sprinkles. Which came out pretty good, actually. And he said, "I never learned how to frost a cake." He said, "I never learned how to bake either." I said, "You never learned how to bake? You never learned how to frost a cake? You never learned how to do any of that stuff?" I said, "Ed, come on. This is so easy. I mean, it doesn't even take much time to do it." "Well, no, I'm not good at it. You do it." I did it. I frosted the cake. I got it already set for Christmas and stuff. So it's apple caramel cake with pink frosting with sprinkles that got mixed in. And I haven't even tasted it yet. I tasted the cake sponge when I ate some of the scraps, and it tasted pretty good. I didn't burn nothing. Same thing with the Christmas cookies. I made those last night. Ed doesn't know anything about baking at all. He has no clue what to do with the oven to bake.
Merry Christmas, Stan.
That's so
Well,
weird.
you know, you're never too old to learn.
So I said to him, watch me frost this cake. And I frosted it right in front of his eyes. He said, that doesn't look so hard. Oh, of course it's not hard. As long as the frosting is soft and it's not frozen solid. You try to frost it right on the refrigerator like you had it, you would have been ripping the sponge up. Big time.
Yeah, you were right to throw it in the microwave. It's a lot easier to work when it's warm.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be warm. I mean, you don't want to have one like the side of the refrigerator because then it's too hard to work with. How you doing, Stan? Merry Christmas, Leo, and chat. Peace, blessings, love, and all. Thank you. So like last night, Ed fondled my ears a little bit. I don't think he meant to, but he ended up fondling them anyway. He didn't say much about the ears.
Did it excite you?
Yeah, a little bit. And I told him, I said, just be careful. That's my erogenous zone right there you're rubbing. I think he was kind of surprised the fact that I still sleep with the ears on 24 hours a day. I do take them off when I take a bath, but that's about it. So,
yeah.
I got some. So this week, Tuesday, me and Krista are going to go to the laundromat, and I said, might want to go to Lowe's too and pick up some stuff for Ed. And I wonder what he would see if he sees a couple 30-inch 2x4s come being played, given to him as a Christmas gift. I would tell him straight out, I need my walker back. I need it because the other walker is nice, but it's kind of clunky. This one folds flat, and it's good for everyday use, but the other walker is just terrible for everyday use because it's so clunky. It's so big. And a woman downstairs has the same model I have, and she doesn't even use hers at all. You know, she's got the same design I have. So, it's walker with the seat sounds nice. Yeah, if you can get the full flat like a folding chair, that would be great. But it doesn't fold flat like a folding chair. So, I don't know if I could modify that to make it a little more conveniently foldable flat. Make it fold it down flat or something.
Well, why do you have to have it fold so flat?
Because then I can carry it in my arm and bring it on the stairs with me. So when I'm going down the stairs, I usually have it under one arm while I'm grabbing the railing with the other arm.
Oh, I see.
So unfortunately,
it's a bit bulkier, but I like those walkers with the seat. I mean, especially if you're going to go on a long journey, you know, it's nice to have.
Yeah, they're nice for that. But I mean, because also you can put the laundry or the grocery bag on the seat, but I don't think it's very ergonomically designed. Maybe it would be just as good to take a lawn chair, throw some wheels on the bottom, and call it a walker. Oh, you definitely could go with a wheelchair. It's a lawn chair with wheels on the bottom. Yeah, there you go. It's a wheelchair. No, it's not. Technically, it is. It's got wheels in the bottom of a lawn chair. So, yeah, it would be wheels. It's a walker with wheels, so it's a wheelchair. So, I mean, it's certainly an idea, right? Put wheels on the... Take one of those basic aluminum folding patio furniture chairs, throw some wheels on the bottom, right? Voila! You've just created a walker. Or at least a wheelchair, anyway. It's a chair with wheels. But for everyday use, I don't need anything like that. Because most of the time when I carry stuff up and down the stairs, I throw them in a blue bag that's hanging over the handles and I'm done. And then I bring the things done, like doing things that way. But for Tuesday, the walker would make sense because the other walker would make sense because I got to carry a laundry bag down that's a little bit hangs a little too low for the regular walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's nice that you have it, though.
Yeah, I know. I know that. So, he said, well, you got one walker, so why do you need the other walker? I tried to explain it to him. He said, because the other walker is kind of clunky for what I normally use the walker for. But I've been trying to walk more without a walker, which is what I've been doing. But still, there are days when I first come up out of bed, my joints hurt, and like, oh, that's because I'm laying on my side all night long.
It sounds like Ed needs his own place.
Yeah, but he can't afford his own place. They don't give him enough on Social Security for him to get his own place. Which kind of sucks because he really could benefit if he had his own place.
Yeah.
Maybe if he made as much as I did, maybe he could have got his own place.
Well, you could get on Section 8 housing.
My landlord is not eligible for Section 8 because he badmouthed the inspector.
No. Not you, I mean Ed.
Well, he would have to get an apartment elsewhere. My landlord is banned forever from ever getting Section 8 ever again. He'll never ever be allowed to have a Section 8 because he badmouthed the inspector.
No, I'm talking about just Ed.
Yeah. Somehow I think that there should be an appeal process for that my landlord can do. I don't know. But given this crazy government of ours, I don't even know if Section 8 would last much longer. By the way, many senior White House officials are tendering their resignations. They don't want to be part of the Biden administration or the Biden regime. They basically said, screw this. So they're leaving the White House for greener pastures. What do you think about that? They say morale sucks so bad that they don't want to work with this president anymore.
What do I think about what?
The fact that Joe Biden's staff wants to quit.
Oh, well, I don't blame him.
Even Kamala Harris is thinking about resigning.
Wow. What would happen if everybody resigned?
Well, then Congress would have to appoint new vice president, president, and a whole new set of White House officials.
Wow.
Red Foreman just woke up. Okay. Happy Christmas to you, Red. Welcome to the morning show. We had McKinley Cruz on yesterday on the morning show. Or was it Friday? No, it was yesterday. It was just Friday morning. And so that was kind of fun. What's going on? Not much. What happened? Nothing yet. Why, you want something to happen? How about the fact that senior White House officials are resigning? I mean, the seniors so much, but a lot of them are. They're leaving the White House. Because they don't like the way they're being treated by Biden and his handlers. Who are his handlers? That's a good question. They say women have handlers, men have managers. So why does he have handlers? I don't know. Is he as bad as a woman? I'm sorry. And I know a lot of women that are actually pretty capable of doing a lot of things. Yes, Red, really. It's just kind of scary when you think about it. So I was talking to Krista today. I asked last night, and this morning she was up. I said, "Well, Ed got his beer. I got my wine yesterday." Because Ed kept saying is, "I don't know if we have enough beer until Tuesday." I counted the number of beers he had. Before last night, he had 24 beers. I said, "You seriously think you're going to drink 3 6-packs before Monday?" He was frustrated because there was no Instacart until the day after Christmas. I said, "You mean to tell me you can't understand that people want to seriously have family time with their families?"
Yeah, everything shuts down on Christmas.
Yeah, I know. Let's post an update. Oh, I don't know. The way the thing is like he said to me, "You mean Instacart isn't even doing Christmas Eve?" I said, "Ed, you know what time of day it is? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Even if they did Christmas Eve, they probably already sent everybody home for the rest of the night."
Usually they close early on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know. A lot of places do. Snowy background. Yeah. I think I could do that. I'll go back to me at desk and change that. Snow. Hold on a minute. Silvermoon. Alright. That's a lousy picture. Oh, okay. That'll do. Turn on the chat so everybody can see it in chat here. So anyway, like I said, I was just really, hoping to just have a quiet day. Don't do anything. Just
That's kind of trippy. Your background.
yeah.
At least it's not that one you used for your convocation. The Santa Claus and the snowman scared the hell out of me.
Oh, we still got that one too.
Oh God. those the snowman and the little Santa gnome or whatever was so creepy.
Yeah, yeah, I know. So Winter Veil. I still didn't do well the quest for Winter Veil, but that's okay. Yeah, I know. Pretty much kind of like what it looked like last night, too. when it was snowing last night, or yesterday morning, early in the morning, it started snowing like 2 in the morning. That's kind of what it looked like. A lot slower snow, but there isn't any way to slow down the gift, though. Thank you very much, unofficial Chris Bliss. Much appreciated.
Merry Christmas, unofficial Chris Bliss. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you. So, yeah, I mean, that was kind of I was trying to find a nice picture for the Christmas season from World of Warcraft to match the backstory, and, well, that was the best picture I found was with the tree. I agree that the Santa Claus guy looks kind of scary. Which is this one here. Let's see. Let's look and find it here. Silvermoon. Cell phone scan on the outside. That's not it. Chrome key. The outside. Silver mini. Okay, this one here. This is the picture you're talking about. You know, honestly, I didn't think it was a scary picture.
The snowman looks like it's coming to get you.
Yeah, with the upraised arms, the stick branches, yeah.
Yeah, but their faces, Michelle, they have these creepy looks on their faces.
Oh,
I mean, it's okay. It was comical to me, but I just thought you would have picked something different for your convocation background.
A little gnome Santa Claus. Yeah. I don't know. It's just the thing is, where is our nice little announcement with the donation announcement?
Oh yeah, that didn't come up.
Yeah, I know. It didn't come up. I wonder if did that thing fall asleep too? I got some donations here. Studio, YouTube. What's this one? I don't know. The thing is, I gotta stretch the screen out a bit. Stretch. Oh, restream chat. Okay, I don't want to turn that on. What's this one? What's this one? YouTube's only chat stream alerts is on. I guess somehow, maybe part of the system's half asleep or something.
Right, Chris. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That's a movie.
Yeah, it is. I asked my daughter and I watched a Christmas movie the other night. I said, "What do you want to watch? You want to watch a happy movie? What She wanted to watch a horror one, so we ended up watching Krampus.
I watched, as I said, most of the movies I like to watch at Christmas are happy movies, and then for last night we watched one disaster movie, which kind of got me all keyed up a bit, which wasn't good because I was like, last thing I wanted to do was think about tornadoes, like an F5 and F6 tornado doing damage to Texas.
Well, did you pick them or?
I picked that one out. Originally, I wasn't gonna watch it during Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, but anyway, the point was it was a chance to watch something different. You know. So you want something nice to make up for all the horrible cloudy, overcast weather where I am right now. I got another picture I can switch to.
Uh-oh.
Not too bad. Just go to wait. Heavy snowstorm. Turn that on. But let's go to that's the bedroom. We already know about that one. Pal camera. Heavy snowstorm. What the hell is a morning storm?
You should have different backgrounds for different moods you're in. Like
Yeah.
if you stream and you're really happy, like a happy background.
Yeah.
If you're ticked off or something. Yeah, there was, but I don't remember the name of it, Chris Bliss. There was a movie of a
So
snowman
that's a
that killed.
trippy one for you. I can see me with 2 cameras on.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. That's Wayne's World.
That's too much. That's too busy. That's
Ooh.
a bit heavy. A PAL camera, which we don't have on right now. Then we have the Silvermoon here in background. We already know about that. And Jovi over there, yeah. Another one where she's sitting. I don't know where she's sitting. Anyway, so yeah, she's sitting over there somewhere. Oh, she's sitting on a little chair in the back. Snow flurries. I don't know.
No, Jack Frost, I think, was the one with Michael Keaton who got turned into a snowman when he died.
Yeah, that's
so that he can help his son.
I don't know, and that was Snowman. Oh wait, is that what it's called? Snowman.
Let's see.
Yeah, the Snowman or something. There's some funny things about that movie I thought was hilariously funny.
I like Michael Keaton though. Oh wait, no, it was called Jack Frost. You're right. But there was one with Michael Keaton too? Wasn't that one Jack Frost?
Yeah.
Let me look. Maybe I'm wrong. Or Keaton.
That's kind of that's a little bit too much snow. Silvermoon, Snowstorm, PAL Camera, Heavy Snow.
Oh, that one was called Jack Frost too. So I guess there were two Jack Frost movies.
I never saw Jack Frost 2, and I didn't know there was a Jack Frost 2.
No, I meant like also. The Killer Snowman one was called Jack Frost, and then the Michael Keaton one was called Jack Frost.
Okay.
Yeah, Krampus was the brother to Santa who punished bad kids.
Okay. It was the evil Santa. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so I might want to put some more movies on this afternoon just because there's also something called Snow Queen's Revenge. It's called Snow Queen's Revenge. I haven't seen it before, I don't think. I did see another Snow Queen Revenge, but it was a live action one, but it was kind of really weird. It was actually kind of creepy. I was like, you really want to watch this for Christmas? I don't think so. So the other one looks like it's an animated series, or animated one, so it looks like it's a little bit better. Looking at the TV ratings, I know most of us can easily go for TV mature, so I'm trying to find things that are pretty good.
You should look and see if they have the classics, like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
They do.
Excuse me. You should play those. Those are my favorite. Those bring me back to when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know. The Christmas cartoons.
The elf that wanted to be a dentist.
The Rankin Bass ones, yeah.
Or the Charlie Brown Christmas. All those are classics in my book. My kid don't like them, but I do.
Yeah. What kind of stuff does your kid like?
Horror, anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's into a lot of adult stuff. I mean, the anime is okay, but
she probably would love a movie like Christmas Massacre.
Yep, she would. She would. Merry Christmas, Deb.
Or imagine a Texas Massacre happening on Christmas with a Santa Claus walking around with a chainsaw. You've been a naughty kid this year. Off with your head. Yeah, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is good. Yeah. That's
Yeah, Christmas Vacation is a good one. Yeah, that's a
I
classic too.
I calculated how many how many kilowatts he was using in the end of the electricity in the house. Based on the
You know what's
typical
funny,
size of the
Michelle?
bulbs, it was
We used to decorate our house just like that. I am not kidding you. I'll
yeah.
have to see if I can find the pictures to show you.
Yeah, well, the only thing is that realistically, C7 bulbs consuming 7 watts of power each. And then he told me how many bulbs there were because he was using C14s, and it was like, and and never mind all the extension cords running into the one to the one consumer point, power point. I was like, oh my god. Um, that one circuit could never carry the amperage. That would be I'd be consuming over almost 100, 200, 300 amps at 120 volts. I was like, that means that, and there's a guy who really does do that for Christmas displays, but he had electricians rewire the house so he had plenty of ampacity for it. 400 amp service to
I
handle.
love the ones that do their houses to the music.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so cool. Now here in Michigan, we have a town called Frankenmuth, and they have this Christmas store. What's it called? I can't remember the name of the store, but it's just all Christmassy stuff, and they decorate with all the lights and everything.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, this one guy here continues to use incandescent Christmas lights, but he's still got it set up with animation and everything. And he said I have to be very careful. He said because I can only handle about 200 amps per leg. And he said with the amount of lights in the display, he said I had to have electricians come in and wire additional consumer units to handle all the loads at his parents' house, and it's really cool. I mean, it's a lot of power consumed for Christmas bulbs.
Do you think they need people need
Christmas
permits
in
for that
Paxton?
now?
That's what it is.
Michelle, do you think people need permits for that now?
No, at least not yet. But I definitely would say contact an electrician anyway, especially if you're going to go that far. Because, you got to have to remember how much current you're going to be drawing out of your electric circuit. You might have to upgrade your consumer unit a lot if you're going to do that many lights. Because if you see the extension cords like they were using in the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, that is actually, I've seen people actually do that with cords stacked on top of cords like that in real life, and it's like,
Merry Christmas, troll.
Yeah.
Our Russian troll guy or whatever is back.
Yeah. A whole bunch of those guys. What is exactly they're trying to send out? It doesn't sound like it.
I have no clue.
I've seen them posting it on other channels too.
Yeah, I have no clue what it means.
Somebody said never search for that word on the internet. I'm not sure how or why. Never say the words out loud either. Again, I don't get why, but
I don't understand why either. They came into my stream a few nights back. I was gaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody was in there. I'm like, you can spam my chat for all I care. No one's in here.
Right. Like when my game streams, I don't even always have the time to look at the chat. So usually I might I'll take a quick break and I'll look at the chat and I'll see what people said, like rewind all the way back a couple of minutes ago and see what they said, and then I'll fast forward to the present.
I'll Google it right now.
Make sure to Google it with using a firewall. Apparently, that's how Red Foreman told me. You gotta use a firewall because
Why?
It's supposedly triggers a spider or something that does port sniffing. I don't know. The only port that was open on my system was for an asterisk voice over IP server that's not plugged in set up right now. So if they try to sniff my ports, that's the only one they would be able to get into, but there's nothing connected on the other side.
Oh, it is a spam link. I just did the meaning of it. I didn't go to the site or anything. It says it's a big issue. I don't know.
But what exactly is a big issue? What is that thing? What is it? I mean, what exactly? Since you say it's a big issue, well,
I just looked on YouTube too, Chris. Stan wants to know: did you pull a Godness Mother card this morning?
Not yet. Let's do that. Okay, get these cards in there. Okay, let's pull today's card out.
Yeah, if you clicked on the link, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, if you're just Googling the meaning of it, it's not going to hurt you, or looking up a YouTube video.
Red Foreman says it will hurt you if they catch you searching for it. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people looked it up.
I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, it's everywhere. What I'm thinking it is just, several people just putting it in there to be jerked.
It's automated though. Kind of like Nightbot's automated.
Well, you think YouTube would catch on to that, and maybe we should report them instead of hide them.
Today's card is Mother Mary, which is appropriate. Unconditional love and faith.
Where'd it go?
Mother Mary. Mother of God. Number 24. That makes sense anyway. She comes up on Christmas Day. So let me get number 24 and read it out of the book here for you guys can see what it says. Put this deck back together here. So someday Mary Magdalene will come up here, but anyway, here's Mother Mary. This message for today. It's kind of long, but I'll try to keep it short. It says, when you need reassurance and faith, and your heart needs re-strengthening from all you have suffered, be held in the energy of the perfect and conditional motherly love. I'm sorry, unconditional motherly love. I guess unsubconsciously I put conditional because my mom uses conditional, which kind of sucks. Believe in yourself and your dreams. When you feel as though you will never reach that goal, remember to have faith, even faith the size of a mustard seed, and you will see it manifest. Have faith in yourself and the eternal love of the divine. Your visions and thoughts have the power to create and heal, to restore you to wholeness of mind, body, and soul. Remember, inner healing does not have to be a painful and tiresome experience. Honor your feelings and begin your transformations by realizing what you need to let go of. Once you do let go, fill that empty space with something else. Do not give attention to the things you don't desire. Instead, put all of your attention into which you do desire. Have faith, it will come to pass. If it is done. That's what she says. So it's pretty kind of appropriate message for today, I think. Because, well, it is technically, it was because of Mary's acceptance of God's gift that we celebrate this day. Or we would have been celebrating Saturnalia instead from the Romans.
But Michelle, isn't it true that Jesus was really born in the summer or something like that?
October.
But we celebrate in
September,
December.
October. So he's probably would be a Libra. And because Constantine put it right on top of the celebration of Saturnalia because it was easier. After all, the birth of the sun, S-U-N, versus the birth of the sun, S-O-N, it was an easy compromise for him so that the Christian Romans and the pagan Romans could at least celebrate on the same day. I'm in the bathroom, my kid keeps slamming on the door. Just leave the door open. That's what I do. Rusty comes in all the time. Right now he's sacked out on the bed with Ed. They're both sleeping. Both Tauruses are sleeping right now. And they're both lazy, too. Except Rusty will occasionally get up and catch mice and stuff. Yeah, Ed said to me, Michelle, I never learned how to bake. I said, well, it's not that hard to do basic baking. And he mixed the cake batter, and I said, did you make sure it was thoroughly mixed? He said, I just mixed it with a spoon. I said, well, that's fine, but you gotta make sure you get all the clumps out. And he did a fairly good job. But the thing was, he also kind of didn't quite get all the clumps out. So I ended up remixing it with a spoon. We have an electric mixer, but unfortunately, he didn't want to grab it out of the closet. Typically says, I got family coming over, so I can't have the door open. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Rusty, we always keep the door, at least someone open so Rusty can come into the bathroom because our door doesn't lock in the bathroom anyway. That's a safety thing. At least if the emergency medical team has to get into your bathroom, at least they don't have to smash the door down to get you out of there.
We had a cat that would crawl in like your pants as you're sitting on the toilet and lay in them like a hammock.
My cat doesn't do that.
He stands at attention. He
wants you to scratch his back while you're doing your thing. So
animals are funny. I think a lot of it has to do with they know that you're not going to get up and go anywhere, so they can get your attention.
Yeah. But the minute I flush the toilet is when he goes, okay, we're done here. And see. This morning, it left me a nice big clogged toilet. I wasn't too happy about that. He's like, oh, come on, Ed. Jeez.
Merry Christmas. He left you a Yule log.
Yeah, I had to plunge her like crazy to get all the stuff to go down. I was like, don't you check this when you're done? Oh, my God. So I got it all down. It's like... Yeah.
I would have made him take care of it. You're too good to him, Michelle.
That's... And then, of course, he came into the kitchen, and, of course, he didn't wipe the stove down, and the stove had spills on it. And it's like, oh, man. Well, kitchen stove, I can see why, because, I mean, we were cooking and baking, and somehow someone forgot to wipe the stove down when they were done, and I was like, oh, man. So I took care of that. I rinsed off the dishes, got them put them away in the drain board. And he does a terrible job washing dishes too. I mean, like when he washes them, there's always crustiness on them. I was like, good enough. No, they're not. They're disgusting.
Yeah, Ed. I mean, Michelle, did you get anything for Christmas from Ed or no?
No.
I know you said he's something about a table before.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a table for
you
Christmas.
won't get my package till Monday. Just please don't expose my address, please.
Okay. Okay. I won't. Don't worry about it. So, okay, so it's confirmed that it'll be here Monday.
That's what it said on the tracking stuff. So.
Okay. So, right now, I didn't get anything additional for Christmas except stuff from Tiger Kitty. No, I did not wear the nightgown yet or the negligee. I'll be honest, I'm not really into animal prints. But it was nice of her to give it to me. You know.
That's all right. You're wearing it around the house. You know, you should at least try it out. It might be real comfortable for you.
Might be.
My friend, he sent me a gift. He got me a game, and he got me some jewelry. It was really sweet.
What kind of jewelry did you get?
It's turquoise stone. I don't know how to. It's it almost looks like Indian jewelry.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
He's into spirituality and everything.
Yeah. Well, Stan gave me, besides the tarot, the oracle cards, he gave me 2 stones, but I lost one of the 2 stones. I don't know where it landed. It's probably somewhere underneath the desk or something. So I have that.
Next time I go to one of my spiritual fest things, I'm going to pick you up some stones as well. But I'll make sure they're like kind of decent in size.
I like quartz. Quartz is one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, quartz. Quartz is good. There's also what's that one called? It starts with an S. It's a stick, and it helps develop your psychic powers. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know which one that would be, but I mean, like I said, I like the quartz stone. And it turns out that yes, technically sapphire is good too. But who can afford to buy sapphire around here these days?
Yeah. There's this one stone that it's so rare, it's so expensive. I can't even remember what it's called right now, but I want that stone.
What is
I have pretty much all the other ones. Huh? What'd you say?
Unobtainium.
Yeah, unobtainium.
No, you can't get it easily. Unobtainium.
Yeah.
It's kind of a joke.
I understood the joke. I got the joke. What did everybody else get for Christmas in the chat?
Yeah, what did you guys get?
My daughter she made me a nice card, and she got me a cell phone holder.
Yeah.
My niece got me a bracelet that helps, for grounding and to be calm and anxiety.
Okay. Yeah, I see bracelets like those.
Yeah, I wanted one. I was going to pick some up for Christmas gifts, but I'm like, nah, I'm going to wait. And I ended up getting one, so it was pretty cool.
By the way, the video card I was looking at is still available as far as I know for $305. But I'm going to have to wait until a little longer because, unfortunately enough, I don't quite have it there yet, money-wise. And I know that the $155.21 is probably going to be spent long before I can get the video card.
Well, wasn't Skynet saying, to wait on it because it might come down in price?
Yeah, well, by the 21st of January, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. The only thing is, if it's a video card that was used for crypto mining, something tells me I'm going to have to redo the heatsink grease on it. And, I hope
It's
not.
so great that you know how to do all that stuff.
I'm not good at it. I'm gonna have to get some more Arctic silver and redo the card, and I don't want to flash it myself though. I bricked one card already. The one card for $49 supposedly is no good, but I wonder if it's because maybe the guy has a Mac ROM and the guy didn't know it. Which in that case, that could work out good for me because I could always slap it into the computer and see if it turns over. But unfortunately enough, it could also be bad news anyway because it could be more than just a ROM issue why it's not being recognized by Windows. Who knows? Maybe the guy used it for crypto mining and burn the hell out of it. So I was like, yeah, I don't really know if I want to buy that. I mean, like, if I had spare computers and spare cards laying around the house, maybe, but I don't know if I want to do that. So I don't know about that, but just messy. I don't know. Me and him have both been pretty regular lately, so. But the thing is that we got a lot of food in the refrigerator we haven't even attacked yet. I mean, for example, we bought hamburger rolls. I saw one in the refrigerator. I was like, when are they going to eat these? We
What
got
did you
white
buy?
bread and we got hamburger rolls and things like that.
What's hamburger rolls?
Hamburger rolls. You know, for hamburger buns.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We just been putting the stuff on regular white bread.
Oh, well, treat yourself. Use the roll.
I bought some Oreo double stuffs. A couple days ago, I bought that on Friday when the weather was still cooperating before the snow came. Actually, it was right after the snow fell. I went out there. I went to Cumberland Farms and I got the other stuff. I didn't have a walk on, so I just put my knee brace on anyway. Which unfortunately, the Velcro isn't staying put very well anymore. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to find another. Switch my knee brace out for the other one, which kind of snapped at the joint. It's still usable, but fortunately enough, the Velcro part of it is.
Merry Christmas, Brian. Red said for
Merry
Ed
Christmas,
to make
Brian,
him a plate.
How you doing? So this brace here is the one that kind of snapped at the brace. You can see it here. I don't know what material they use. It looks like they're using hybrid plastic material. I could probably glue it. Maybe with some quickset epoxy. You can see what I'm talking about. So, but the part I'm talking about is this part right here. Oops. Yeah. This is as broken as my kneecap is. Oh well. So what I'll do is I'll just take this thing apart and just take the pieces off this one, put it on the other one if I have to. I don't know. It's just a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, it says, you're so particular picky about everything. Yeah, well, that's because I am pretty much very fussy about everything. It has to be perfect. Well,
Well,
I will sometimes sometimes I will compromise, but like I said about the walker, I said, first of all, I said, really, Ed, that's my walker you're using as a table brace.
yeah,
I
he
said,
shouldn't be.
I said, really, I need that walker back. And he's like, yeah, but the way my table is right now, it'll fall if it doesn't have that. I'm like, oh, I said, we have other things we could use. So I said, right now we're not using the little table. Why don't we put the new table, why don't we put that underneath? But then we measured the height of the new table, and it was a few inches shorter. And it was like, oh, it's 2 inches shorter than 30 inches. That's not going to work then. Um, but you can always put another box or something underneath. I was going to say just him said, hey, dude, why don't you put all your train boxes underneath it? There you go. But, not piss off the bull. The bull would be mad about that. He'd be mooing loudly at the thought of me using his train boxes to support his train board. You want to ruin my boxes. I said, what about the little flat rate boxes I got from the post office? They're too wimpy. No, they're not. Seriously. But the problem is with them is that they're only about 8 inches thick, so to get up to 30 inches is going to take about 32 inches, then they'll be too tall. No, that ain't going to work. Oh, anyway, so I said, we'll find something. So I measured the height of it, and I said, well, an 8-foot 2x4 can be cut into, 6 foot. I don't know. It's they come in 8-foot lengths, right? So you take your 8-foot length, 96 inches. You cut them into 30-inch lengths of 2x4, and then you just get some drywall screws, big long ones. Screw right through the train board, right into the 2x4. But you want to keep the legs coordinated, so that means that probably you can make a double brace instead of a triple brace. In other words, 2 legs, and then maybe rebrace them with angle iron brackets would probably make them a little more sturdy. Because, I told him, I said, really, you should have made proper bench work. He says, I ain't got money for that. I'm like, yeah, you do. But you wanted to spend the money on other things. I don't know. Of course, I told him, I said, if you're going to go that much work, you can go ahead and get Lowe's and have a truck deliver the goods to the backyard, and then you have to carry the wooden stuff upstairs all at once,
Well, I think it was a little rude
The
of him to
1x3s,
use a walker.
make a good solid platform. But he said, Michelle, I want it all to be something like simple enough I can take apart and move it out of the way. I said, well, I got that. I said, this where screws is going to be what you want. 2x4 is expensive now. How much are 2x4 is going for? I haven't checked on Lowe's yet. What is
I don't
it?
know, but I know a sheet of plywood was going for $80. So
Yeah, most of the prices like $16 for a sheet of exterior grade plywood. OSB wasn't cheap either. For subfloor OSB, 3/4 inch or 3/8, half-inch thick. She was about 7/16. I was like, wow. I don't know. I'm just totally shocked at how much it was going to cost. He said, well, what about this bookshelf that you have in your bedroom here? You don't have much on it except books. It's a bookshelf. That's what it's supposed to have on it. I'm like, I said, honestly, I really don't want you to mess around with my bookshelves. I don't know. He just comes up with weird ideas. See who tricked Biden into saying, let's go, Brandon? No, I didn't. I wonder what Biden thought about when he said, let's go, Brandon. He probably wondered why. He probably said to himself, what does that really mean? Well, it seems the Democratic Party gets the message. Oh, yeah. And the question that comes up is Senator Manchin going to switch over to the Republican Party? Well, that would have an interesting effect because that means that the Democrats would lose a seat. The Republicans would gain a seat. So that means that anything the Democrats try to pass would basically be a giant dead duck. The thing is the whole business with that is that I always thought Congress was supposed to be bipartisan. It's supposed to be.
No. Remember, when you're dealing with politics, it's all about power and money.
Right. I bet if the reconciliation bill was, if the bill back better was passed as a regular bipartisan legislation, it may have actually passed because there are some Republicans that would have probably supported it. I mean, it's happened before. There are always some Republican moderates that would say, well, it sounds like a good bill overall, so okay. And of course, they'd be getting heat from Mitch McConnell. Well, Mitch McConnell was an idiot anyway. But Joe Manchin said, I can't vote for that bill. This bill is total garbage. Joe Biden looks pissed. Yeah. What does Joe Biden do for a living? Probably not much. Or just a rich socialite.
Yeah, well, being the first lady, she probably can't do much now.
Normally they do. Think about Eleanor Roosevelt. She did a lot as a first lady.
Yeah, but her duties were the first lady, right? That's what you mean?
Right. But as a first lady, she's also, typically, she's also supposed to be, like, greeting guests and things like that, too.
Right.
I don't know. I got one word for Joe Biden, and I'm not the only one saying this. RESIGN. Now. Oh, that's 2 words. Resign now.
Well, if you say it fast enough, it could be 1 word.
In fact, a good portion of America, according to Fox News, wants him to do just that. They want him to leave office. Because they see him as a giant disaster. I don't know. And of course, we know that the Democrats want Biden to become a king. Oh, excuse me. But that would be one king I wouldn't want to serve under. Now, if Donald Trump tried to become king, that would be another story. At least he would have been a good monarch.
Do you think so?
I think so. If we had a king instead of a president, I think Donald Trump would have done better.
Do you think Donald Trump would be a good king?
Yeah, I do. Because he has a better idea what the subjects would need. Where Joe Biden is totally out in wasteland somewhere.
Well, I can't disagree with you on that. I do believe he'd be better than Biden.
Imagine Jimmy. Oh, of course, it was way before your time. Jimmy Carter was considered one of the worst presidents before Joe Biden. Here's the difference. Jimmy Carter actually tried to do a good job. He was out there at the time of 3 Mile Island, actually at the site, helping to coordinate all the issue about the cleanup of 3 Mile Island. What did Joe Biden do when he had his version of 3 Mile Island? Not a single thing. Not a single thing.
3 Mile Island, that's when the bomb went off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 3 Mile Island was actually not a bomb. It was a nuclear reactor meltdown.
Right. That's what I meant. And something like that I knew.
It actually did melt down in part. One of the reactors to 3 Mile Island is still shut down after all these years.
Well, back then, too, I think our government was a little bit more laxed as well. Like nowadays, the president can't leave unless he's got 100 people watching him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it has to do with a lot of that, too. I mean, everybody's trying to kill everybody nowadays.
I say maybe, but if there's anybody who deserves a be off, it would be him, because he's doing a terrible job. People want the 25th Amendment used. People were saying they want him to resign. People feel he's doing a terrible job with international diplomacy. He's angering Putin big time by trying to get into affairs that has nothing to do with the United States. So, I think that says something. Like you said, money and power is probably the main reason he does the stuff he does. Even though it's upsetting everybody. I still don't understand the logic behind some of the stuff that this guy's doing. One of the infrastructure bills was to actually, apparently it's already being done, which is kind of stupid. Farmers are being told not to farm on their land because they have to make room for a pipeline that's going to go through, that's going to collect carbon dioxide from the ethanol plants and bury it in the ground. What? What good is that going to do? You're gonna bury carbon dioxide inside the ground? We're talking about high pressure carbon dioxide storage. Why don't you fix it and turn it into something that you can give to plants as plant food? Or something productive? I don't know. These people are stupid.
Yeah. Well, it makes no sense, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes either. A lot of this farming is going to go hydroponically, like where everything is made in buildings.
Yeah.
So, considering that they're saying that the sun's dying and everything else, they don't let us know everything that's going on.
It's just that, he has handlers. We don't even know who his handlers are.
Who, Biden?
Yeah.
Every president has a handler. To me, a president is just a figurehead. He never, they can't do anything without Congress and Senate's approval.
Right.
It's almost like we really don't even need a president.
Well, you're right, but except that it feels the third role of the executive branch and the balance of powers, which is specified in the Constitution, but this president...
Right, and that's why people are calling for a rewrite of the Constitution. Because nowadays, it doesn't make any sense to me to have what we have now, because everything is run by money, the 1%. That's who controls our country, our world.
So even if we did have a constitutional Congress to rewrite the Constitution, what's going to happen is that those 1%ers are the ones going to still have their fingers in the pie. You know that.
Exactly. And since everybody knows, or at least somebody with a brain knows that that's how this country is run, why don't the 1% come out and say, we're running it, and then we go off of them? But they'll never do that because they do everything in secrecy.
Yeah. Or why don't they simply just go ahead and have a dictatorship? I mean, if they really wanted to, I mean, they could do that, you know.
Yeah, well, pretty much, I think that's how we're ran anyway. I mean, I honestly believe the people, well, we're just being placated and, being thrown little scraps of things to kind of keep us happy. And
Right now, the sun is not dying. No, it's not. In the sun cycle right now, I don't know where we stand right now with the sun cycle, but it certainly is not exactly totally dormant. No.
yeah, but I mean, how do we know, for sure? I mean, I'm not saying it is or if it isn't. They never tell us the truth, ever tell us the truth. We don't know what's going
Or
on.
they tell us only a
We could
little bit of
guess,
the truth.
huh?
You know, I mean, first of all, there's one thing that blows my mind. The electric company saying we offer incentives to people to go with solar power. Yeah, but it doesn't include apartment renters, though, who have exclusive use areas like porches. You're not offering us solar panels. Why? I don't know. That's the thing that bothers me with the. They're saying if you're a landowner, we'll put solar panels on your roof. Yeah, but what if you're just a renter? Sorry.
Yeah, but the electric company will also penalize you for that too.
Yeah, I
Because we
know.
looked into solar and they said if we went solar, we would still have to pay a surcharge for electric. Which how does that even make sense?
Yeah,
We're
it's
not using
$9. It's
your
the $9. Yeah, for me in Connecticut, it's $9.
right, but it doesn't make any sense to me because if we're not using their resources, why are we having to pay?
Right. That's because it's dealing with the bureaucratic paperwork. That's really what the surcharge is for. Unless you want to go totally off grid and basically have them take the wires off the house and the pole, but you can do that, then they don't charge you. That's basically just have the meter on your wall is what you're paying the surcharge for.
Yep.
It's like you're renting the electric meter from the utility company.
Right. I would tell them take my meter. I don't need it no more.
Take the meter and rip the wires off my building while you're at it. Well, I'm sure your electrician could take care of part of that.
Well, I mean, they slap you with so many hidden fees. Like, they tried to get me to sign off when I was a homeowner. They tried to get me to sign off on the wire that comes off of the house that goes to the line to say that I'm responsible for that if something goes wrong. And I told them, go to hell. That's your property. You're taking care of it. I never signed that thing.
Right. Anything after the meter head is their responsibility.
Yeah. Well, they tried to get us to sign off and say that if anything went wrong with that we were responsible for the payment. And I said, no, that's yours.
Well, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly. It's
everything
not.
Before the meter is their responsibility.
As many as I had them do a detailed build, they slapped us with like $50 and just like weird service fees that it made no sense to me why we were getting charged so much.
Because they're greedy and they can get away with it. That's why.
Exactly. And people don't question it, and that's the problem. People don't question it.
I'm surprised that your local DPUC doesn't kind of question it and go, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here? You're a public utility. You have to explain to us at the DPUC why you're coming up with these prices. If they can't explain that to them, but then your DPUC actually kind of gets kickbacks too when you think about it,
Well, they all do. They all, and they're all looking to make more money, blah, 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 whatever. But unfortunately, a lot of people nowadays they're conformists. They're sheep. They follow, like, okay, so the electric company tells me I have to do this. They do it, and no questions asked. The same with, politics and everything else. Nobody asks questions anymore. Nobody stands up to, and asserts their right. It's your right to question.
The thing is that the electric company and other utilities as well, they don't want you to become independent. They want you to be tied to them.
They don't.
if you happen to be in the area that has good water at a well, right, and you want to drill a well, the water company is going to be the first one that's going to say, "Oh no, you're not. You're not drilling a well. You're not putting in septic. You're going to use us." No, I mean, and they'll try to block you from drilling a well and putting in a septic system, assuming you live in an area where a septic and a well is even feasible. Of course,
Right.
in an urban environment, that's pretty much not likely to happen because, a septic system needs a leachage field and a well has to be at least 100 feet away from your sewage. So if you don't get good drainage, you can't have a well. I mean, a septic system, and you certainly can't have a well. You don't want to have your poop mixing in with your drinking water. And if your water's got lots of calcium in it, hard water, like my landlord does in up there in oh my god, great in that Great Barrington, well, one of the cities there, I forget what it was right now. Stockbridge. His water is so full of calcium. I mean, it's good for your teeth, but boy, it's terrible for your pipes. I have never
Oh man.
understood, and I told this to my landlord, I said, Jimmy, I know it's expensive to think about this, but maybe you should get a new well drilled somewhere that's not going to have so much calcium. All the amount of money you're spending to replace broken water heater elements is ridiculous.
Or they do have new things now, Michelle, where like your current well, there's filtering systems now that they can add to that to help
yeah,
filter that out.
they do. And he could consider, he has a water softener on there, but he hasn't been able to put the salt in because he hasn't been able to lift the bags of salt into the dispenser because they're so heavy. And
Well, he doesn't have to lift the whole bag at once. He could, scoop them in there with the cup or something. It'll take longer, but at least it get done.
yeah, or maybe you can put maybe put a bucket or something.
Or
Pour.
cut the bag in half.
I think it's just that he doesn't have somebody up there maintaining the salt content in the water softener.
Well,
So it's
he has a maintenance man, right, that lives right in the
he
building. Why
does.
can't the
Yes,
maintenance guy do it?
that's a traveling maintenance man. The problem is I think for that he would have to have the maintenance man go up to Stockbridge at least once a week, to check the water softener, and that's certainly something he would have to do. But
Right.
the other thing is okay. Now, as far as the utility company goes, they actually write legislation now that says, "Oh, you have to have electricity from a utility to maintain your hardwired smoke detectors, power supplies, so the smoke alarms always work." Well, what if you want to have solar power instead and inverters? Well, that isn't quite compatible for the system, so you're still going to be tied into the grid in order for fire safety. Yeah, but they have 9-volt batteries in them too. No, you can't just depend on batteries, which is true. I know why, because some idiots always take the batteries out of the smoke detectors and they don't bother to change them. And I understand that excuse, but somehow, whatever happened to being responsible for your own well-being? It seems like, it's like they're taking away the individual responsibility part of things. I mean, sure. I mean, it's easier when you can flip a switch and the lights come on, but that costs money. And depending on the situation, especially with the economy right now, some people are seriously ready to tell the electric company to go stuff it. I mean, my electric bill this month is $137, and it because of the rate hikes. I'm like, holy crap. I mean, how much more can I afford to pay? I mean, you're talking about this summer. If I'm running the air conditioner, my electric bill could be $200, $300, $250 just to run the air conditioning in the summer. And that's a lot of money for utility bills.
See, in the summer we didn't have an issue too much with our air conditioner, but in the wintertime when we would run our heat, that's when our bills would go up to $800-900 a month.
Right. When you got electric heat?
It was crazy. Yeah, well, we did, yeah. Now my bill's under 100 because I'm in an apartment, but
Yeah. Yeah, well, for me in the summer, it's higher in the summer because that's when we run the air conditioner. But in the winter, the landlord pays for the heat, so I don't have to pay for the heat. So it's part
at
of my
least that's
rent.
good.
Merry Christmas,
Does he pay
everybody.
for trash too? Then he pays for the trash.
The landlord pays for the garbage, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's just it bothers me how much we're so dependent on the utility system. Electric, water, gas, sewer could easily break down because they're all kind of interconnected together. Like the gas feeds the electric company, which uses it to generate electricity, which then pumps the water and then uses lift pumps to take the sewage and putting it to the wastewater treatment plant, which then is an electricity to separate the solids from the liquids. And it's like, if one part of that system breaks down, you're screwed. Oh, yes, and there's the wastewater is used to make gas, which is used to generate electricity, like in the city of Los Angeles. What? That means if something goes wrong, the whole system goes down. We'll be back in the Middle Ages in no time, or at least back to the 19th century. So that's something to think about. I mean, Christmas, bringing it back to Christmas holidays, the same thing, right? We all depend on Christmas shipping from trucks to bring toys and presents to the stores. And we already see what's happening in the shipping industry. It's a mess. So the infrastructure is just not there right now. It's all broken. It's all broken. So, what are you supposed to feel? You know? How you doing, Paul? My family member showed up. I got to head out. Yeah. Well, Paul, the panel is up. If you want to come on real quick, there's no reason you can't if you want to. Right now it's doing pretty good for Christmas morning. You got 8 viewers on, which is surprising. How you doing, Taco Bell Slayer Grande, or just Taco Bell?
Merry Christmas, Taco Bell Slayer Grande.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons there's things about the book I'm writing that I really kind of feel bad for introducing to the into the story is the fact that they're importing propane from the United States. I kind of wonder if that was such a smart idea because then now the Cinderai are using propane for everything. Plus, they also got their own KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell over there in Silvermoon. And they use so much propane for the city, it's ridiculous. But the electric comes from the ley lines, but they actually, in other words, they take Azeroth's natural spiritual power to generate electricity.
Well, why don't you like propane?
It's heavier than air. I call it the Hail Mary gas.
I grew up on propane heat.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we heated our houses, with propane. That and kerosene.
Yeah. Well, technically, number one heating oil is kerosene. So, and number one heating oil is very common here in Connecticut. Theoretically, you can burn diesel in most oil burners. They can handle something like number 2 diesel. Fuel oil can probably burn diesel. Just gonna make sure to change the nozzle. but most people usually just burn fuel oil, which has a higher BTU per gallon output than diesel does.
Hmm.
So, well, you heat with propane, you said?
Oh, well, I grew up on it.
Okay.
My dad rigged it because he had issues with the gas company that he rigged it where he would go buy the giant propane, like the torpedo looking things,
Yeah.
and he hooked it for gas for our place.
Okay. It's not really necessarily that hard to do. Was your dad a plumber by any chance?
No, he was like he was a mechanic, but he knew how to do like anything electrical, plumbing. He worked on what is it, a handyman? He knew how to do all that
Sounds
stuff.
like my Uncle Kenny. It was the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got a lot of my. He was my uncle, my father's brother. That's where my smarts come from. I remember as a kid, I thought this guy was a god.
Yeah, my dad could do anything. He could do anything. He taught his boys everything. He taught me a lot of things. That's
Yeah.
why, like if my car breaks down, I know what to look for. Not necessarily mean I can fix it, but I can say, okay, this is an oil issue or something.
There is a place called
He taught us
Silvermoon,
all that.
Nevada, isn't there? I actually didn't know that. Silvermoon, Nevada. I don't know much about that place, but Silvermoon and Azeroth. No, the reason I call propane the Hail Mary gas is because it's heavier than air, and every time I light the barbecue, I always just say Hail Mary before I turn on the gas.
That's true. That's true. If there's too much that comes out at once, you could blow yourself up.
Yep, yep. So you try to be smart and put the match to the burner before you turn on the gas. But sometimes when you're lighting the barbecue, sometimes the wind blows it out, the match out, and then you're like, oh shit, this thing's got
Yeah.
gas, and I gotta turn the gas off, and they gotta let air out, and then they gotta relight it again. Hope there's not a residual gas amount that's gonna go poof.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, it was a heaven sent when we had major storms come through one summer, and it's how we cooked our food was
Right.
on the grill with the propane.
Yeah. Did your father have gas lights in the house still?
And in the place we lived, it did have gas lighting, but we didn't use them.
Oh. Why not? Especially with power failure, at least you wouldn't be sitting
because he converted it to, regular electric.
Oh.
And then he started having issues with the gas company, and that's why we started heating with propane.
Why? What was the problem with the gas company? Saying, yes, yeah, you're not using enough of our service.
He didn't want to pay him, so he was one of those tricky ones. Like our power got shut off, he would go turn us back on, and
yeah.
Yeah, he had 5 kids and a wife to take care of. He did what he had to do. My dad was a good man. Not the most honest man, but he was a good man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, gas lighting's pretty cool, especially when you get the ones with the mantles on them. They're pretty cool, They're plumbed into the wall or the ceiling, and you just turn the knob and strike a match, turn the knob, and then the flame comes up. Then get your lights on. And you always have the nice, soft, gentle hiss, knowing that the gas is on.
Do you remember those? We had these oil lanterns.
Yeah, I got some kerosene lamps here, but they don't have wicks in them right now.
Yeah, I think kerosene was in them. Yeah, those were really cool. I don't know whatever happened to them. They were really neat looking.
Yeah, the standard radio burner lamps, and then they had a Humphrey. I'm sorry, I had an Aladdin kerosene lamp too, which is kind of nice. Which uses a mantle too, but it's an oil burner, center draft Oregon burner, but it uses a mantle to make the light. The thing goes with kerosene like ridiculously fast, but it gave a lot of light. but they're very sensitive, and if you actually are careless, and if the thing gets too much fuel, the next thing you know it, you're going to have smoke coming out of the chimney, and the flame will go right out of your chimney. It'll crack the glass, and it's like, oh, God. I had problems with that when I was living in Willimantic. I was like, the stupid thing would be like, whereas my standard kerosene lamps with the wicks on the walls, I never had a problem with them, but that one Humphrey, that one Aladdin lamp would sit there would just, you're afraid that, something's going to go wrong and you got to babysit the sucker. Whereas with the ones on the wall, I never had a problem with it. Just basically would light them and they would burn fine once you'd set the wick to the right level. But that Aladdin was picky. If the wick was too high, you smoke up the mantle. Too low, and the mantle would be fine, but then it would probably not burn as good. And then you have to sit there trying to find the right height. It was kind of erratic because I also had access to natural gas, but we didn't have lighting with natural gas. It was just kerosene lamps on the walls. So it was this is kind of the way we did it back then because kerosene then was cheap. It was cheaper than electric, so we just lit my apartment entirely with kerosene lamps. But I'll tell you right now, stay away from the red dye kerosene. That stuff stinks. That stuff is irritant. Because the red dye does not burn well. It's sulfury. I don't know why we used to burn the wood or clear kerosene, and it used to burn great, and then they added the red dye, and it totally ruined the lighting experience 100%. It was like, yeah, God. And then somebody said, well, maybe you should be burning the ultra pure lamp oil from Lamp Oil Farms. Yeah, right. You wanted me to pay, when I was using kerosene a month, I was going through maybe about, 3 gallons a month in kerosene, and you want me to spend $20 a gallon for this stuff, ultra pure paraffin? Are you crazy? That would be that would defeat the whole purpose of using the lamps in the first place.
Right.
In the wintertime, they were great because even though I had natural gas heat, they actually produced enough heat that I didn't even have to run the space heater. So the place was toasty in the wintertime. And my cats respectfully knew about the lamps, and they kept their distance. I mean, my cats didn't even make a big concern. They weren't kind of cats that would romp around. We had kerosene lamps on end tables near the couch. We had kerosene lamps in the bedroom. We had kerosene lamps on the desk. And never had a bad incidents with those kerosene lamps.
No, and our cats love, and we had a potbelly pig growing up, and we'd turn on our kerosene heater, and they all would lay in front of it. They loved it.
Yeah, well, my cats used to lay. One cat would lay right on top of the space heater, because the pilot would always be on, so it was always kind of warm on top, and so she would lay on top of that. And it had infrared ceramic in the front. That would glow red, and the other cat would lay in front of that. So walking to the bathroom was always a bit of a jungle gym because you got cats on one side, cat on the other side, and you got to go between the two. And yeah, it was a life, I guess. So they have companies that will stop by with trucks and refill your big home propane tanks for you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my grandma.
AmeriGas does. Home Gas does. In the case of Willimantic, Uncas Gas did that. If you had tanks, one house in the city did have propane. They didn't have natural gas, but I think they had propane before they, instead of going in the natural gas line. So in Willimantic, you could see houses that had propane or natural gas, or some would have both, which technically in some states is illegal. You can't have both in some states in the same building.
All right, well, Michelle, I gotta jump off of here. I gotta get my kid ready. She's going over to her dad. So
yeah, it's 12:03.
Yeah. Everyone, I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna play some movies, but obviously I strongly doubt anyone's gonna give a damn, because I got a feeling people were pretty much complaining yesterday when I did movies, because they were like,
Well, Michelle, you play what you want.
well, right now
Don't worry about appeasing
I want to
people.
play Mr. Sandman. I want to get ready to go and get some sleep, like I usually do. I don't even know if Stan CT is still here. I know he wants to see the Snow Queen movie. There's
Yeah,
two or
next
three
one.
of them.
Okay, everyone, have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
All right, bye bye. Okay, so yeah, I mean it's in this call. Boop, thank you. Okay, so anyway, the point is it was a good morning show, and we do have a night show tonight, guys. It's 7 o'clock. I didn't forget you. Oh, I know you guys want a night show tonight. I know that. So, yeah. So I have a couple movies that I want to put on Discord, but I got a feeling no one's gonna want to give a damn. I don't know. Every time I watch TV, I get so tired. I don't care if it's on Tubi, Crackle, Disney, Discovery, whatever. I can only watch so much before I sack out. You know. Maybe I learn better by osmosis. Maybe when I'm sleeping, I learn more stuff. I don't know. But the thing is that definitely night show. Maybe some phones. I don't know how many. Well, we'll see with the phones and the panel. Not too sure about the gameplay though. Just yeah, I haven't really talked much about Willimantic where I used to live. It was in the it was actually I lived in the red light district of all things because it was cheap. At the time, I was paying $350 a month for rent. Back in 1990s, that's about what I could afford at the time. I only got like 767. Who here wants to watch some more movies today? Because I can always throw something on Tubi, take a nap. I don't. See, that's just it. I don't want to deal with the kind of stuff that goes on with the tomfoolery in this network. It really kind of bothers me. You know, it's like I don't know about games. Don't ask me about those. I don't know yet. I like the monster game, Monster vs. Monster. I thought that was kind of fun. I thought I did not understand some of the other games though. Yeah, I said on this way, Stan. I did say I was going to put one of them on for you on Discord, so I'll put some Discord movies on. It's too bad I can't actually program the playlist to go one through the other, just like a giant sequence. You know, say start with movie 1, then go to movie 2, then movie 3, and then when done with those movies, then go ahead back and just randomly pick something. So, but we're not going to play the 3-hour Bridget Fonda one. That is too long. I mean, well, it's good for me if I want to take a nap, I guess. Yeah. I really should put the 3-hour one on. Then you could understand how my character came to be. I think it'll be more educational for that reason. Since they have it on Tubi anyway, makes sense. I was put on NASQ broadcast only. I suppose we could do tarot readings tonight. Yeah, I don't see a reason why we couldn't. Right now, I can't even seem to get anybody to be interested in asking me to do their tarot readings. All right, Stan, here's the deal. We're going to get ready to switch over to Discord and get into Tubi again. And I'll put on the 2002 Snow Queen because that's about 3 hours long. With closed captions on. And then you can get to see why I feel very much of affinity with the Snow Queen character. You can see the movie that started it all for me. And that's what I'll tell you right now. It's a good movie. I think you will like it. Just be aware it's really long. For a TVG movie, it's got a few things in the story that's kind of scary. And then there's another one that's a little shorter that says TV 14. That's should be good too. Pop open that other chat. Pop open the window here. Let's go to the Tubi page and get ready to set this up here. So just get ready to put on the playlist. Get this thing set up. Scene 3. Let's see. I may not necessarily be physically around watching it for a while because I do want to take a nap. Here we go. Got that ready to go. There we go. So I'll just put in an NASQ broadcast only. That way I can. Let me just show you something really cool here. No, we're not going to go live yet with the movie. We are going to, after we get off YouTube because the reason is a copyright, but I'll show you a playlist here. If I go to my browse, let's see, we're going to go to my list. Okay. I got Snow Queen's Revenge. That's TV PG. The Snow Queen with Bridget Fonda, which is rated G from Hallmark Entertainment Channel. There's another Snow Queen here that's TV 14. Now, one of those sounds interesting. I've never seen that one. So maybe I'll put that one on. And then on Discord. So, guys, check it out on Discord, and we'll see what we can do. I think these two movies here, because this thing is friggin' long. If you watch this one here with Bridget Fonda, it's long as hell. The other one is 1 hour and 25 minutes. The other one's 1 hour 6 minutes. So that's good because it'll be shorter. You know, I know with your attention spans, that's about as long as you're going to tolerate. So I'll probably put this one on first, and then this one, and then maybe tomorrow we'll sneak in this one on Sunday on Discord. That's what I think I'll do. That's the easiest way to get things in without making everybody too exhausted. Shout out to Oral. Shout out to the Eat the Stream, yeah. So, alright, go back to Discord, guys, Stan, and everybody else. If you want the free movie, it's going to be in the NASQ broadcast only, which is right here. Also, don't forget tomorrow night on Discord, we have Silvermoon Radio. Discord. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. And we're going to go over to the Discord now. So, for now, guys, thank you for watching this on YouTube. And as soon as we go live on Discord, I'll try to make sure to put something up on the community tab so you know about it. Okay, so see you later.